Hello classmates, welcome back to Dinij's vlog. This is Mommy J. We're continuing our TISDA online class, Introduction of Food Processing. We're in lesson 2, Production Report and Costing. So introduction. In this lesson we will learn how to make a production report as well as how to compute total production cost. Making the production report. Topic 1. When you're working for a food processing plant or running a small-scale food processing business, it is important to make production reports to monitor productivity, cost efficiency, and quality. Production reports are a good reference for checking the amount of input, rejects, finished products, as well as the quality parameters. Production reports also generate data about how the business is doing. A good production report is precise production report. Here's an example. So here's an example. So that's the example of the sheets, production data sheets for pickling and fermenting. Ito siya. Ito yan siya. Nakalagay raw materials and ingredients, weight of raw materials and purchase input, weight of edible portion, and weight of waste. Kailangan palang timbangin din yung mga waste. Yan. So, meron siyang total weight of input. Yan. So, going back to so we are in going to the topic 2, computing production cost. So, topic 2, computing production cost. In computing production cost, consider two types of expenses, direct and indirect cost. Direct costs pertain to expenses that are directly connected to producing an output. These include raw materials, packaging materials, direct labor. Direct costs can be further classified as fixed or variable. Fixed direct costs include labor wage, which remain constant through the year. Variable direct cost includes raw materials and ingredients, whose price vary depending on seasonality and quantity ordered. Indirect costs pertain to expenses that are not directly connected to an output, but is necessary for maintaining the entire operation. Indirect costs are classified as a fixed or variable. Fixed indirect costs include rent and equipment. Variable indirect costs include electricity, water, and gas. A production period can be a week, month, or quarter during which production activity is undertaken. To compute for total production cost, add direct and indirect costs for an entire production period. Total production cost equals direct cost plus indirect cost. To determine the production cost per unit of the product, divide the total cost by the number of units produced within the entire production period. Cost per unit is direct cost plus indirect cost divided by the number of units produced by production period. Cost-based pricing, price cost per unit plus markup. So next, activity, drag and drop. So drag the words into the correct boxes according to the formula represented in the lesson. This is equals direct cost plus indirect cost. This is production cost plus indirect cost. Indirect cost. Mm-hmm. So guys, so per cost unit, direct cost divided by plus indirect cost divided by number of units produced and price cost yun. So we will check it. We're perfect. So yan guys, next is the unit test. Unit test, nag-unit test na ako last August 19, but I want to see you guys what is the test. So reattempt quiz. Actually, I got perfect during the test. Reattempt. So I want you to see the test. Ito. The following characteristic of good meat, except there should be no fat within the muscle. Color should be uniform through the entire cut. Meat should be firm, not tough and nor soft. It should have a funky or smell. Ito yun. Dapat may fat pa rin siya sa muscles. So, the following are good characteristic of vegetable and fruit, except no physical defect, variety in size, compactness, freshness. Variety in size. Dapat fresh siya. Then compactness and variety in size. Oh, no physical defect. So next, blood spot and pinches on the shell. The following characteristic of the egg, except good egg. Blood spot and pins on the shell means egg has just been harvested. No, yolk should have pleasant smells. Yolk should be round, firm, and yellow in color. Egg white should have the normal slight green yellow dito. Kahit bagong harvest lang siya, kailangan din siyang linisin. So, the following characteristic of the good fish. The skin should appear dull and not shiny. Good quality fish should have a mild fish smell. The gills should have uniform red. The eyes should be appear clear and not cloudy. Yun, dapat, yung skin niya ay shiny pa rin. The correct temperature range of storing meat, 0 to 3 degrees Celsius. True or false? All fruits and vegetables must be stored at the. No. Dapat siyang mas mataas pa dyan. So, all are basic knife cuts in food process except for Julian Supreme, Candle Supreme siya. Which of the following is not common measurement of weight and volume in food processing? Pieces. Which of the following is incorrect analogy? Salinity, salometer, water activity, hydrometer, TSS, refractometer, temperature, hydrometer is not correct. Dapat water activity. Next is, it is no amount of free or non-chemical bound water in a food that is available for microbial growth. Water activity. Which of the following quality parameter refers explain total soluble solid, or SST? Concentration of salt in the solution, the sugar, The sugar which of the following parameter refers explain to total soluble solid? Ito. Sugar content in the solution within sugar in the major component. Loudness and hotness, quality of the water container. Ito. B. Blank cost pertain to expenses that are not direct connected. Indirect cost. True or false? Direct cost plus labor cost. Total production cost. False. Dapat direct cost and indirect cost. Blank cost pertaining to expenses that are direct cost. So finish. Check natin. Submit. Changdang! Perfect! So, perfect tayo, guys. We're going to post test. So, nag-post test na rin ako. Nag-perfect ako. Pakita ko sa inyo, re-attempt quest. Food processing is an industry concerned with converting raw agricultural products for human consumption. Food is processed for the following reason: to add value to raw agricultural produce, to extend self, create a new food product, to exhaust the environment, to exhaust the environment. True or false? Spoiled is an change in food which render the unfit trace. Yes, true. Which method of food processing extend the shelf life of food by adding salting? The microbial breakdown of carbohydrates into alcohol and acid fermentation. Also refers to as canning. It kills microorganisms by subjecting food to intense heat and pressurization. This refers to the range of temperature within food-borne bacteria and can grow to unsafe level, danger zone. It is amount of free and of non-chemical bound water activity. True or false? Sanitizing means to remove unnecessary and unpleasant matter na garbage. False. Sanitizing is hindi siya yung mga garbage. Cleaning pa lang yung mga garbage. Sanitizing is mag-add ka ng alcohol to or mag-add ka ng bleach. So weights of the following is not a common measurement of weight and volume in food processing. Pieces. Finish attempt. Submit. Perfect. Perfect tayo, guys, sa post test. So, next activity is course evaluation survey. Ayan na siya, yung survey link to open the resource. Mag-survey tayo. Oops. Hindi makita. Paano to? So, direct na lang tayo sa next activity, certificate of completion na complete. So guys, summary, nag-complete na tayo August 19. So we'll get our certificate. So ito na yung ating certificate. Yay! Congratulations! So thank you guys for watching. So mag-enroll ulit tayo, guys, ng another course. So see you guys. Happy learning. Bye bye.